As soon as she pulled the door shut, Felix dashed forward and stood by the side. "Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye," he chanted. As Ida laughed, Pa worked the Ford's multiple clutch pedals, adjusted the throttle, and released the brake. When the car lurched forward, Ida bent around, took one last look back at Ma, and waved. "Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye," Felix called as he ran alongside the car, which was bouncing down the driveway. Falling behind, he stopped and yelled, "Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye!" As the car swung onto the dirt road that led into the valley, Ida looked through the cracked windshield at the mountaintops that walled in her world. The summit of Sand Mountain was already sparkling with snow. On the other side, Hans Peak loomed high. By the road, spruce, lodgepole pine, and aspen trees, the aspen with some early golden leaves, were lined up as if to salute her. About a mile from home, they went by 7 battered mailboxes used by local families. It was like crossing a border. Ida took a deep breath. "At last," she said. "I'm going to Steamboat Springs." It came out as pure joy. But then, since her last day at her one-room school back in May, it felt like it had taken forever for summer to pass. Not wanting to wait a moment more, and though she knew the answer, she asked, "How long will it take to get there?" "Steamboat," said Pa. "Same as always." "It's too long," Ida complained cheerfully, wishing she were closer. Pa said, "Be glad it's not snowing." As they went along the twisty road, now and again Ida saw a house and pictured the people who lived in it. "I feel sorry for everybody who has to stay up here," she said. "Oh, I'm guessing we'll manage okay," Pa said lightly. 5 miles on, they passed the one-room schoolhouse, where Ida had been a student for 7 years and then for the final 6 weeks of her last term, the secret teacher. Though that was 4 months ago, she felt wistful. "I loved being a teacher," she said. "Hard, though," Pa reminded her. "Made me want to be a real teacher." "Worth it, then." "They've hired a new teacher," Ida informed Pa. "She's only 19, from Wyoming. Guess what?" "What?" "They have a lady governor in Wyoming, the first in America." "You going to do that for Colorado?" "Teacher first," Ida said with a big smile. "Good plan," said Pa. But after a few silent moments, he said, "There is something you need to know. We love you wanting to be a teacher, and you sure showed you could do it. But you wouldn't be going to high school without Miss Sedgwick having invited you to board with her in town." Miss Sedgwick was the Routt County inspector of one-room schoolhouses who had discovered Ida's secret school and let the students continue so they could take their year-end exams. Impressed with Ida, she had offered a place in her house for free, so Ida could attend high school in Steamboat. "Steamboat is the nearest high school you could go to," continued Pa. "But your ma checked. These days, room and board in town run from $6 to $14 a week. I don't think we could have managed that. Thought we'd do better this year, but farms and ranches up here are not doing well." "I thought we were okay," Ida said. "Were, at first. But farm prices have slid everywhere. The other thing, love, is the jobs you do. The cow, chickens, helping with the sheep, and all the rest. We'll miss you doing that. Worth it if you do well, though. So your new chores are to get on with Miss Sedgwick and earn good grades." "I know," said Ida. "And high school is going to be harder than my old school. Like taking Latin, why do I need that?" "No idea." "I don't even know where Latin is," Ida said. "In that letter Miss Sedgwick wrote me, she said I'll have to take 5 different classes, including some kind of mathematics called algebra. Miss Fletcher was good at teaching all our subjects, but she never taught much math. And in Steamboat, each class has a different teacher. That'll be new." "You're a quick study, love. Won't take you long to start finding out how smart you are." "All I'm saying," said Pa, "is if you want to stay in school..."